Welcome back to the Centered on Buffalo podcast, brought to you by Dano's Seasoning. Right now, if you go to their website, danoseasoning.com, and we have a link to that in the show notes, you can get a 13-pack of their premium seasonings for just $65. That's a great discount. They will make you look like a star at your tailgate all season long. We got the preseason games underway, and from what I've heard, people are really enjoying these Dano's seasonings at anything they put on their grill at their tailgate. So go check them out. Yum, yum. Get you some. This week's guest on the podcast is Tre'Davious White, my former teammate, current cornerback for the Buffalo Bills. Everybody's favorite. He's a Hard Knocks fan favorite. I mean, he was featured all over that first episode of Hard Knocks. So we're going to look forward to catching up with Tre'Davious White, ask him about, that Hard Knocks appearance, how it is being back in Buffalo, how his body's feeling, talk to him about some of his teammates in this season ahead. Enjoy the podcast, and thank you for everybody who subscribed to the podcast, that shares it on social media. Enjoy and go Bills.
Hit us up on all social media at The Buffalo Pod.
Trey, welcome to the podcast, brother.
Man, appreciate you for having me, E. You're a guy that I always respected, man, especially, me coming in as a rookie and seeing the groundwork you laid and what you had been through with the injury and then battling and playing and then, leading us to the playoffs. And then also just the type of person you were, man, just from me just watching from afar and not knowing a lot about Buffalo and then getting here and just knowing that, finding out that you're one of the best players and first round draft pick, one of the great centers, man. And then for me to see it on a day-to-day basis, man, I got a ton of respect for you and I always will.
Man, those words mean the world to me. And you're a guy that I respected from the day you showed up. You came in making plays right away. We needed you to as well. We drafted you in the first round. And but when you came in, what stood out to me was, now I got to learn how funny you were. But at first, you weren't talking a whole lot. You were letting your play do the talking, and that's advice I always give to rookies. Like, man, you can find your voice in the locker room, but let your play do it first. And you did that. And to me, you had some battles with Sammy and some other guys early on. I'm like, oh, Trey's ready. But I probably knew enough about you, like the fact that you wore that 18 at LSU, like had the respect of one of the best programs in the country, like that you got to wear that, like a dude that's going to come into a program as a first-round draft pick and have been that dude that wore the 18, like he's going to have the work ethic, he's going to have the character. So we were excited to have you, and I'm excited to have you back. And training camp broke today. How excited are you to get back to your own bed now?
Oh, man, E, you don't even know. Like, when McDermott gives us the day off, like I'm the first one on the highway. I got to go. I need to change the scenery for 24 hours to just recharge and reset. And, so this is my ninth training camp. So, like I'm pretty much, I pretty much got a routine of how I do it. So it's good for me to just get away from the game for those 24 hours. No film, no like recovery, no coach, nothing. Just maybe I go to Hamburg Beach. That's what I did last off day. I went to Hamburg. I called it Lake Hamburg.
Yeah.
So I go to Lake. I went to Lake Hamburg and I just walked the beach. Just normal, just walk the beach with my headphones in. I feel like that's the best recharge you can get. Just get out and just see the world, see what's out there. Hamburg Beach has been a spot for me to go and recharge. So I went there whatever the last off day we had, and was out there for about an hour just to recharge and just get a change of scenery.
Yeah, that's cool. I hope people aren't lined up there after this podcast release waiting for you to show up on the next off day. But hey, how's the body feeling?
Oh, it's feeling good, E. Man, they've been doing a great job of just, a lot of work, but a lot of recovery too. And then I've been disciplined this year, just going to bed, man, getting a lot of rest. And also I changed the little routine. So I usually get up early and get the workout in before the practice. But now, as an older guy, I'm gonna stay in the bed for that extra hour or two to get that rest, and I work out pretty much after the practice. But I think that with me pushing that workout back, I think that it gives me a lot of energy, I can store a lot of energy and be ready for practice. Don't be sort of worn out, because I'm a guy that sweats a lot and it comes out. So I gotta kind of tail it back and just try to taper the things that I'm doing.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like throughout your NFL career, how many things you'll just tweak throughout the way, and like people will be like, "Oh, what's your routine?" I'm like, "Well, it was this, now it's this," and no, that's smart. And you're
Yeah.
always tweaking, trying to just perfect it to get
Mhm.
it just right. And so, all right, first off, I gotta ask you this, and you got a hat on right now.
Yeah.
So I saw during Hard Knocks that that many of the players had hats on in meetings. Keon had his hood up. McDermott used to fine us if you had a hat on during meetings. Now guys can have hoods up. How much different is Sean now? Like, and I know
Yeah.
you were just here 2 years ago, but
Mhm.
dating back to when we played, how much different is he now?
E, you see the way we pull up to the planes now. You know, we
Yeah,
used to have hard bottom shoes
right.
with a sport coat, a tie. You know, no flip flop. Now we put it up to the plane, all comfortable and cozy. Like I love that. Like I used to hate like putting on the hard bottom shoes. Cause look, I'm gonna tell you a quick story, and I'm pretty sure you probably remember because you and Richie were uh, by each other on the plane, right? So
Right.
remember my rookie year, we was going to away. It was a preseason game, so I thought I was kind of a little slick. I kind of wore like some Giuseppe shoes. They were hard bottom, but they had like shoe straps. You know, Coach McDermott was like, no shoelaces, hard bottom. So I remember Richie like just giving me a crazy look like when I get on the plane. So I'm like, so look, after about 10 minutes, he was Richie like, Coach McDermott, 27 don't have hard bottom shoes on. So look, so I'm thinking he's really not gonna tell Coach McDermott. So look, 10 minutes later, the plane is in the air, you know. Coach McDermott just come to the back. Like it was me and Zay Jones. We sat by each other on the plane. And he didn't even say anything to me though. He just looked at me. He just gave me this look and like looked down at my shoes and looked back at me and went back to the front of the plane.
That told you all you needed to
That's
know.
all I need to know. Look, that's
We used to
all
have
I need to see.
we used to have to wear the collared shirts in meetings on the road and all that. And
All
and
of
look,
that.
I get it. He was setting the foundation, and once you get a team with a culture right, then yes, then you can start laying off him a little bit. And I don't know if I got to ask him if he regrets making us do all that goofy stuff back in the day, but I'll ask him about that at some point here soon. But yeah, so it just surprised me. And then like with Rex there, he would rent me a golf cart so I could drive around some of the old linemen around campus. Then I brought that up to Sean. He said, no, nobody's on anything with wheels. And now I see you guys on
Yeah,
scooters
we
and whatnot.
scooters. Look, we got mini scooters too. We got it all. We got dirt bikes. They got the electric bikes now. So we all about saving those legs, man. Coach McDermott, because once we hit that practice field, it's all hands on deck. So we try to save the legs as much as possible for sure.
Yep, for sure. Speaking of saving legs, when did you start the running hills after practice routine?
Well, that's something that I always do in the off season for sure. That's just something that that's foundational work, just building the body from the ground up. You start from the feet, the ankles, and the Achilles, the calves, all that. So the heels are the main source. I feel. I mean, like that's just like groundwork. I feel like that's the foundation to a strong body, a bulletproof, like just lower body and just everything. So um, that I feel like is a game changer. You go in and lift weights, but I feel like the running the hills or the game changer because you're getting every muscle in the lower body. Like and it's low impact too. You really can't hurt yourself because you're not too much pulling on your hamstrings too. But and then the walking backwards down the hill is where you get the other benefits too, where you get the calf, the Achilles, those small muscles too. So I just think it's something that I've been doing since I was young. Like especially started specifically kind of in high school. I had an old coach that used to work me out before I went to LSU. His name Mr. Leroy Restley down in Shreveport, and he swore by him. And those things was always a game changer. It's just I could see the difference in my body just from doing it for weeks and weeks, and just I just feel like it's something that works for me. And anytime in the off season I get a chance to do that, that's what I'm doing because I feel like no matter what, when it comes to that fourth quarter or overtime, like that's the time where it pays off. Like that's where I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah.
see the difference for sure. When we're on a 2 minute drive and the offense is on their 12th and 13th play and everybody's tired, and their technique go out the window, I feel like I can revert back to those hills. Like that's what's gonna have me my feet, my footing right. I'm gonna be in shape. I'm gonna be ready to go. So I think that is something that it's been paying off because it helps with my Achilles, with my knee too. Just it's so many
Right.
benefits to it. So I think that's one of the things that has been keeping me going and keeping my explosiveness and keeping me real agile and keeping a strong base. So that's something that I'm gonna continue to do, and I feel like it's gonna continue to help me out.
We'll do it because you look great, man. You look great coming off those injuries right now, and I'm proud of you too.
Man,
Building
I
back
really
from those.
appreciate
I
that,
mean,
Ewood. I really
2 years in a
appreciate that,
row.
man.
2 years in a row. I mean, I was on the call for both the games, and gosh, I mean, the second one, the Achilles, calling the Dolphins game, and that was supposed to be like the Dolphins were riding high.
hmm We were
We're
we were
blowing
we
them
were
out.
we were on
It,
that offense too, Ewood. Like
oh, and then
I had
oh,
just dropped the interception too. Like I jumped the route and just dropped the interception the drive before. So when you bring it up, like all those thoughts come back.
I know,
I can
and
remember that game like vividly, like everything that happened. Like I can remember the whole
me
game.
too.
So yeah.
And I had a bunch of people in town, and honestly, I was just sick to my stomach from a dude who had a bunch of injuries in his career, and I never got hurt in college. And I get to the league and, start right away. And then to have those injuries, like I just saw it and I know what you go through.
hmm
And so, man, it was tough for me to even like be upbeat on the rest of the call because I'm like, man, I feel for Trey. And
Yeah.
you could hear it in the guys' voices after the game that we're talking as well. But
Yeah.
we'll move on from that because we don't need to get down that road. Have you watched the first episode of Hard Knocks yet?
Ewood, I'm a type. Look, I was telling my teammates like in the locker room yesterday. I was like, I've been on Family Feud. I've been on Wild 'N Out. Like I never watched myself on a show. Like it's an awkward thing just to see myself like
Right.
how because I don't know how Hard Knocks like chopped it up, the clips, how they try to portray. Like I didn't even want to know any of it, so I didn't watch it. And I'm not gonna watch it because it's just awkward to see myself on the TV. So I probably never watch it. I probably watch it months later just because, but not right now.
Yeah. Well, besides Josh Allen, I would say that you were the second biggest focal point of the episode from a player's perspective. Have you gotten a bunch of texts about it?
Uh, no, I haven't got a lot of texts about it. Like, I haven't, but I know like a lot of my family they were excited about it.
Yeah, that's
I know
cool.
my dad, and my grandma like they're like tuned in, so they were tuned in, and I know that, but they haven't called me about anything like anything. So I'm pretty sure that it went smoothly. Like everybody,
Yeah.
like Mr. Bagula came to me. He was like, "Yeah, I think they did a great job of how the episode went with you. Like they did a great job of how they chopped it up and how they filmed it and stuff like that." He said they made you look really good. I said I
Yeah.
really appreciate that.
Yeah, as long as Terry's saying that, then that's all
See?
that matters
Yeah,
too.
yeah, for sure.
Boss man. Let's take a moment to hear from one of our podcast partners, and that is our friends at Waterboy. Right here, I'm holding their workout hydration, which is my favorite electrolyte packets that they have. Let them help you stay hydrated all season long, whether it's for your tailgates or maybe a hot day in the sun, or maybe it's on the back end. Little recovery fuel that next day after a big game. Go check them out at waterboy.com. And right now, look for the pop up and you can get a free trial to sample these yourself. So go check them out at waterboy.com. All right. So schematically, from 2 years ago when you were here till now, is there any big differences defensively with Bobby Babbage taking over as defensive coordinator and some of these new senior assistants that we have on the defensive side of the ball for this year?
We already know McDermott's defense is his defense, and we're gonna run it. We know we might tweak a little things here and there, but for the most part, the standard is the standard, and this defense is what it is, and that's why like me coming back, like I was so comfortable because I knew like, all right, I knew what to expect. I knew how to play this defense. I know the type of things that Coach McDermott want to take away on a given down, what he likes to call, what Bobby likes to call him on third down, third and long, second and short, second get back on track down. I know like, okay, all right, Bobby, like I know what you're gonna I know what you're thinking in this scenario. So
Right.
whenever a player is getting to that, whenever a player can get to that like aspect of the game, thinking like a coach, like that's when you take your game to the next level. When you start eliminating routes, eliminating formations, like no, they're not going to do this in this situation. Like let's prepare for this. So those are the little things that I have like a kind of upper hand because I know the defense so well that I could pretty much kind of not worry about my job a little bit. I can kind of focus on the offense. Like I get the call in, bam, I know what I got to do. Let me look at the offense and see how they're set up and see how can I make a play in the call that's coming in on defense, but push it to a limit to where I know where my help is. I know I can take a chance in this situation, in this defense. So I feel like those little things that it give me an upper hand because I know the defense so well that I can kind of time things like take a chance on here, take a chance here, just knowing like, oh, okay, I got help right here if I take a chance right.
Yep.
So those little details like that, I feel like that's where you take your game to the next level. And the benefit of me being in this defense for the last, this will be my 8th year in it. It's time to take the next step. Like it's beyond just getting a call and knowing my responsibility. This is like, how can I make a play in this defense now? So
Yep.
that's the mindset that I have.
Yeah, I love that. And I got to that point in my career, opposite side of the football. But okay, I get the call. I know all the scenarios. Okay, now I'm okay. Where are the safeties at? What can this guy do in front of me? I'm trying to alert the tackles. Like, okay, that defensive end cannot break contain. You can go stretch him as all the way to the sideline. He cannot lose contain on that side of the field because of how they're loaded on this side of the field, whatever it may be. And that's when you truly take it to the next level. And the more guys you can get like that, the better it's going to be. Okay. The guy on the opposite side of you right now, Christian Benford. Is he the most underrated corner in the NFL?
Oh, for sure. But you
I
know
agree.
what though? Like I've seen like the work like when we drafted him, I was hurt. I was coming back from the ACL. So I was able to watch all the tape like from spring to camp and just like it's been consistent for this the 4th year. It's been the same. Like it's been the same. Like he don't say much, but the work gonna speak for it. Like the film is gonna speak. Like this guy is locked in. He's one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL, and it's not a
Oh, yeah.
no doubt about it. Like so technically sound, never in a panic mode, always in position. And if a guy do make a catch the ball on him, he's right there. It's like a bang bang play every time. It's never somebody just it's all so he's so consistent. So that's why he's one of the best in the NFL. He does everything. Like he's always in position, knows his responsibility. He can cover great. He's a great tackler too. Like that's from you being here, like what McDermott said.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
the identity of our defense is what can our corners tackle, and this
Yep.
guy, yeah, I think he's like the best corner tackler in the NFL too. So
I agree.
this guy, I mean, he's the complete player, and you can see why they pay him the big bucks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He got rewarded this
Yeah,
offseason.
for
But
sure.
look, that deal, and I don't want to undermine the deal. I mean, it's generational money, life changing, but he could have been in a situation where he could have played his contract out, and I don't want to say he make double, but probably 50% more. But then there's risk in that and all that, and you'd have
Yeah,
to
it's
wait.
so much
Yeah,
that goes into that. Like you want to go out there and practice, but you don't want to risk it. But they already giving you the money here, so go ahead. It's just so many. It just matters like how you look at it. Like how do you want to look at it? Do you want to play it out and because you don't know what can happen. You know how this NFL thing
right.
works. You one play away, so like take it now, like
Yeah,
and get the security now, and then we'll worry about all that later. But,
yeah. Just being as far along in your career as you are now, and I was just never a part of a hold in or a holdout during training camp where a veteran. The only holdouts were the rookies back in the day that we did. Like I held out for a week at training camp, but I didn't want to. We just didn't
yeah.
have a rookie wage scale, and the guy behind me hadn't signed yet, so I had to. But with the James Cook situation right now, are you in a position right now where you can give him some advice and say, "Hey, this is what I would say since I'm a little bit further ahead," or is it one of those situations where you're like, "Hey, you handle your business and do your thing, and then just
Oh
you'll be back
man,
when you
look,
are."
this team loves Jimmy, man. Like we
No doubt.
love Jimmy Cook. Like we know, like the players that's been in this league long enough, like they know, like when a guy's going through a contract situation, like that's just we just there to support him because we
Hmm.
know like how it is. Like it's negotiation, so it's just it's gonna be a back and forth thing. But I just feel like he's a professional. He knows what to do. Like he knows the offense. So like they're gonna get that thing figured out. And because we're gonna need Jimmy Cook on the field. If we want to go, we want to go. Like we're gonna need Jimmy Cook on the field. It's hard to replace 20 touchdowns. Like I don't
Right.
know. I don't know, Ewood. Like you know how hard it is to have good players in the league and to keep good players in this league. So when you have a player like that, man, like it's always best to have him on your side and not on nobody else's team.
Right. And look, from a firsthand experience, I went through 2 training camp negotiations
Mm-hmm.
with contracts. And the first one, especially, I couldn't sleep at night. Now, I was going out and practicing, and, I'm going to prove that I'm still the same guy I've always been, this and that. But I couldn't sleep at night. I mean, because I hadn't been paid yet. And so, you know, back then, the first rounders made a little bit of money, but I was tail end of the first round, and like that truly like life changing generational money.
It's that
We're
second one.
we're turning that down at 10 p.m. at night, and we got practice at 8 the next morning. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
well, what if something happens?
Yeah, that's and that's
So like,
that's a real thing for the person that's going through it. So it's so hard for a person that's not going through that to be like, nah, man, it's just practice. We gonna be okay. No, like you never know. You never know.
yeah,
You take that hand off, take a wrong step, and you know. So I
right,
get it. Like it is what it is. So I know they're gonna get it figured out. But he's been doing a great job. It's just he's there, attention to detail, coaching up the young guys, still getting his work, in the weight room so he can stay ready. So, he's going to hit the ground running, man. So when he was out there practicing, you saw what it was. We
right.
all saw what it was. So we're looking forward to having him with us for sure.
Good. Yeah, absolutely. All right, we're going to get to the rapid fire round brought to you by Dano's Seasoning. Question number 1. Have you ever tried Dano's Seasoning before?
I don't think so. No.
All right, we're going to get you some sent to you. It's a clean product. It's healthy, but we got some Cajun seasoning that's going to be, I think you're going
I'm
to
gonna
like
try
it.
that. I'm gonna
I
try
know.
that.
I know being from the boot, you'll like the Cajun. All right. Is the food better or worse now at St. John Fisher than, back when I was there?
I think it's about the same. The turkey
Just
burgers are
consistent?
undefeated. You and I know this. Like turkey burgers are undefeated. Look, turkey burgers, you're gonna have that breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You're gonna have it. You're gonna have the turkey burger. But I feel like they got a good mix of everything. They got a
Yeah.
good mix. So it's always good. They're so nice. They all the same. I believe the same workers that were here my rookie year are the
Yeah.
same people that's still here. Like every year it's been the same people. So so nice. The food is great. Like
Yeah.
the food is good, but like the conversation with these people seeing us like every year, they come
Yeah.
back a year later. Like it's always great to see them.
Yeah, they always took great care of us and just an awesome campsite. All right, last one for me. What's your favorite wing spot in Buffalo?
I'm gonna say Barbill for sure. The Barbill, those honey Cajun barbecue, they got me in a chokehold, man. Like I have to stop myself. Like I literally have to stop myself because I go and order a 20, and I would literally sit there and eat the whole 20 like straight back to back. Like so I've been better since I've came back. So I order 10 and I eat 5, and I just wait till later and eat 5 later. But the Barbill, man, those barbecue, the honey cheddar barbecue, whatever, however they name, he would. Man,
Cajun honey butter barbecue.
Cajun honey butter
But they
barbecue.
know what you're ordering when you do it.
Oh my! Look, he will. I'm
Yeah.
telling. Every time I call, they are Mr. White. It'll be ready in 20 minutes. I want the Cajun honey barbecue.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I appreciate your time, brother. I know you're breaking camp today. Thank you for making time for this one, bro. I can't thank you enough, and I wish you the best
No,
this
he
year.
would, man. The
Stay
pleasure's
healthy,
mine.
bro.
I really appreciate you for having me on, man. This is a pleasure, man. It's really been an honor, man. I love your pod, bro. Like, and I love you. Like, love your energy, and bro, continue to much blessings, man. I see you soon. I know I see you at the game on Saturday, so
Yep,
I see you
absolutely.
Saturday, man. God
Yep.
bless you, man. Safe travels on your way up.
Likewise. Love you too, brother.
All right, bro.